Alright, so it's been a while since I covered anything that is Ludwig related or VTuber drama related. I mean, I feel like the last time I talked about Ludwig was the whole Mr. Beast situation, or not Mr. Beast situation, but more of the Chris Tyson situation that everything unfolded. It was a pretty nasty turn and a bad rep for the trans community. Overall, a permanent mark on Mr. Beast's legacy and just a whole rabbit hole, okay, of the many allegations. Though he responded to him, the damage is already done, and Dogpack is going to be serving a hefty sentence. Not only that, but a big lawsuit and a large suing paper for the false information and the many slanderous statements that he said about Mr. Beast for almost a year, permanently ending, not really ending, but just destroying his career and making everybody see Mr. Beast in a very different way. Even though the Mr. Beast games has won over like 100 Guinness World Records, I'm assuming like 138 specifically. I might be wrong for that. I might just like put it on the screen just to show you guys. With all that being said, even though I do say that in my outros, I wanted to talk about something that's related to Ludwig, and that is the bet that he lost, and that is him announcing his VTuber debut. As I can't speak correctly, okay, as you can see, or as you can hear, because I'm currently sick, okay, and I'm trying to pour out the words out of my mouth, pause, and I'm just trying to fight the fever, and it's still not working. I'm just gonna leave that in just so you can understand how long it's taking me to say these words and how long it's taking me to edit these videos if I can't think of another word to say, or if I stutter, or if I'm frozen, or if I brain farted while saying a sentence. It's tough. And my brother's just fooling around outside of my room. So in this tweet, there's a series of pictures, exactly 4 of them. And here's his VTuber model being a half boy, half cat creature with Coots in the back. That's the cat's name. This is legit Coots. That's not even like me making a joke. They legit decided with Cutie Cinderella. The second picture is a note from Sea Dog, him pissing on it, and it appears that the pee is like chocolate milk. It sounds weird. This third picture is him being shirtless with a black hole in front of his chest. And the fourth picture is his whole biography, like the name, age, birthday, height, race, and language.
Editor's side note, I just realized while I was editing this video, I saw that his birthday is 9/11.
Wow. Now, at first, when I saw this, I was kind of weirded out and confused because, like, I mean, this is the same thing that happened with Pokimane when she announced her VTuber debut. And I can understand why VTubers are upset with this, where they're confused, where popular streamers are now becoming VTubers, even though they don't have a face to hide. Like, their face is so public and used as a marketing campaign for Twitch, for YouTube, for sponsored brands, for example. And that's the same issue that the VTubers had when Pokimane stepped in the VTuber space. But for some reason, there was a lot of respect for Kai Cenat when he was featured in an Iron Mouse stream. Context: Iron Mouse passed him with subscribers, then Kai Cenat passed her with subscribers. Then they both collaborated. They had like a mutual talk with each other. A very wholesome stream. End up becoming friends, like a happy ending. For Ludwig, on the other hand, this was before I found out that it was because of a bet, and he lost a bet. I don't know what the bet was, but with him losing the bet, he has to contribute and be the man of his word, and that is to announce his VTuber debut, as embarrassing as it is, but as prideful as he can be for his next stream. With the same thing that happened to Pokimane, and with these VTubers having this argument where these famous streamers are stealing the identity of VTubers after they work so hard to become their own brand and become famous and become their own label, to have the recognition that they deserve after streaming for 100+ hours and making twitloggers and Twitter threads to do a hashtag Ludwig is over party, which is dramatic to say the least and laughable to say the most, because I get it, like, you don't want other, like, just somebody to try and, I don't know, like, steal your shine and such, because they already got the like amount of numbers to support themselves, whether on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, because you can now get monetize on Twitter if you subscribe to Twitter Blue, $5 a month, which I'm not doing that, okay? I'm not even famous enough just to make a banger tweet. I could try to make a banger tweet and it just get like 3 likes minimum, basically. And so there was this tweet that came around that a lot of people are talking about, and even though she doesn't have any bad intentions, the words of speech in this tweet shows bad faith and more of jealousy in a way. With this Twitter interaction thread by Mama Oko, Okay, it says the amount of VTubers cheering this saddens me. We need to gatekeep against people that would bastardize a medium. With Ludwig responding to this by saying, I'm sorry you think I bastardized the entire medium. I think VTubers are cool and I try my best during my debut stream. I know I don't understand as much as native VTubers, so I tried to make it faithful to what a debut stream should be while also making it fun for my regular audience. I think the model art and rigging was really good and massively disagree with anyone who was insulting them. Ultimately, this was a challenge given to me by Iron Mouse and I had a lot of fun navigating it even though it took 3 years. And hope more people check out VTubers because of it. I'm also sorry to say, but Ludwig will be returning. Jesus Christ. She ended up responding by saying, hey Ludwig, I appreciate your input. I think my opinion stems mostly from the fear of seeing something I love personally get attacked by outsiders. It's kind of dramatic to say the least. I like to think of the anime industry. When we were teens, it was niche, cringe, and beautiful. Now that it's mainstream, I feel like often people walk in and try to change the said industry into to fit their world view. I like to think of voice actors trying to change scripts was as a small example. My same fears carry over to VTubers. Often I see VTubers, mostly nobody who becomes somewhat prominent and then try to change the medium or call for actions to change because they see things as problematic or icky. Of course, for me, felt these people I do not want here. I enjoy seeing the idols in this medium and its various communities thrive and have fears when people of large stature like yourself come in with audience that I fear will not respect. Do I think you will? You say so, and I'd be willing to bet you might. Do I think people who follow you will? Not everyone will. That's my concern. Personally, I don't mind the model. It reminds me of those gay animes I've seen that the girls love so much, like Host Club. That's not the concern. The concern is people coming in and trying to change the medium from its original idea. Hope this cleared things up. I will say I have in the past watched and enjoyed your drama coverage and was sad to see you stop doing it. Otherwise, don't hate you. And it's a gif of the autism creature with MoMA Akko's hair on it. Ludwig responds again by saying, the way you feel isn't unfounded. This was written 10 years ago, with the link saying geeks, mobs, and sociopaths about subcultures being dead. And I think it is a legit concern for the VTuber fandom because it is only growing and more people are going to try to exploit that. But I just lost the bet and try my best to fulfill my end of the bargain. Luckily, I think time will prove my intentions, and I think that you'll see my viewers invading VTubers change chats to change things. Mama Arco responds to this, ending this whole conversation by saying, time will tell. I appreciate you taking the time. It definitely puts me more at ease hearing this. Looking at other content creators and how they make light of different cultures make me sad, but I'm glad you are not. So I guess it was a wholesome ending to this drama being started, and while some people may not take it lightly, some people will say that Ludwig is trying to, I guess, jeopardize this category, so to speak, from being said, the VTubers that see other massively popular streamers have a VTuber model and I guess take that away from them, even though I guess it's meant for people that are faceless content creators or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to understand like why they hate popular streamers have VTuber models. And for me, it's more of a question like why do these popular streamers suddenly have VTuber models when they don't really need to. Okay, I mean, you have like Jane Animations who does have a VTuber model and she used to be a faceless content creator, and I mean, as of right now I don't really have an issue with it, and also she's an animator, so I mean I feel like animators have a VTuber models really fit the aesthetic of them being a character that they created in like their own creative direction when it comes to telling stories or having their rants or just in general, just talking, like just making videos of talking of the silliest or the randomest things that can grab somebody's attention. But for popular like Twitch streamers or famous YouTubers that suddenly have a VTuber model, it's kind of weird and odd in a way where it's like, what's the point? You know, like that's just me. It's not because I think they're jeopardizing them. It's more of me looking at it as pretty pointless. Because like you have a face that is recognizable, so there's no point of having a VTuber model. But that's just me. That's really all I gotta say for this drama. It's kind of short and sweet. Not really. I mean, it's gonna be like 8 minutes, maybe 9 minutes once I'm done editing this video. And I had, you know, my opinions with VTubers, with them being very reliant with making porn affiliated jokes or just lewd topics to talk about, because that's just how they get their viewers. Okay, like this is a gooning safe space. You know, like, and then you have your fantasies and you have your erotic thoughts about this VTuber. You put yourself in that piece of paper that you draw from yourself, or you get commissioned for it. And that's more of like the boomerang effects. I don't know if that's real, but when VTubers create a space where degenerosity is free and you're able to like just be yourself and just think of the most just craziest and out of pocket way of inserting a sexual innuendo, whether you're reacting to something, chatting with your viewers, playing a game, or I don't know, eating something or drinking something, and they make it sexual out of nowhere. Okay, and that's since that's so common and such a popular what's the word? A popular motive of how these VTubers function and make content for their viewers is the lack of originality that just obviously shown. And then it gets them back. I mean, sure, like I don't support harassment. I don't support stalking in a way, but I feel like if VTubers could stop like being like unnecessarily sexual for no reason, even though that's their motive and that's their drive and that's the reason why they're famous, then maybe they could be a lot safer. But sure, you're an adult, like, oh, I have the free will to say this and say that, even though I do have my morals. Still, like within you being on the internet, you will create a fan base of degenerates that will forever like use your legacy and make that part of their personality, and later on make it problematic for you to at least enjoy life without having a fear of being stalked. I mean, that's just me. Controversial, I know, and I'm gonna get a lot of comments for it, and maybe it could end up being a heated debate. I might get canceled on Twitter for saying this, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. With all that being said, that's all I gotta say for today's video. Hopefully I edit this before I go to work tomorrow, if I ever do, because I still have a fever. My neck hurts, my nose is stuffy, my bones make a clicking, cracking sound just for me stretching. Look, like just from me extending my arm, okay? Like this fever is just marked as territory, and I just gotta wait it out for it to go away. So with all that being said, that's all I'm gonna be talking about for today with the Ludwig VTuber drama that is pretty ridiculous for it to become mainstream and a big issue, may I say. I'll be seeing you all later. This is Wolf.Gray. I already said that. And I'll see you all tomorrow. See ya.